Hello and welcome. Today we're going to explore a pretty radical new way of looking at your own mind. We're going to step beyond the usual psychology and start talking about the actual energy that shapes everything you think and feel.
So, let's just start with a big question right out of the gate. Are your thoughts just bits of information? Or are they something more? Are they actual energy? We often think of our minds like computers, just processing data. But what if every single thought, every feeling is really a form of energy, a specific vibrational frequency? Seriously, just thinking about it that way, it opens up a whole new world for understanding ourselves. All right, to really get this energetic view of the mind, we've got to start with the foundation. We're talking about our inner energy system. The source material for this explainer calls it the energetic nexus, and it's basically the blueprint for our entire inner world.
Now, the energetic nexus isn't just a random collection of parts. It's a living, breathing, dynamic system. This means your thoughts, your emotions, your memories, they aren't just separate little events happening in your head. No, they're all connected. They're all expressions of one single underlying field of your own personal energy.
And within this system, you've got these 5 core dimensions, and each one has its own unique job, its own frequency. Cognition, that's what interprets all the signals coming in. Emotion gives you the kinetic energy, the juice, to actually move those signals through you. Memory creates the stable, recurring patterns, your habits, your beliefs. Desire? Well, desire gives the whole system a direction, a purpose. And right there in the center, you have personal core energy, or PCE, and that's the unifying field that holds the whole shebang together.
Okay, now to make this idea a lot less abstract, we're going to use a really powerful analogy. I want you to stop thinking of your mind as a computer for a minute. Instead, let's start thinking of it like a radio.
This slide right here really gets to the heart of the paradigm shift. The old view saw the mind as this machine inside your head, just computing answers. But this new view sees the mind as a resonant field of energy that you are. It's not just processing information. It's literally resonating with the energy of that information. It's a huge difference.
So just imagine for a second that consciousness is this vast, invisible field of radio waves, and it's carrying all possible information, all potential thoughts. Your mind? It's the high-end tuner that can select and decode specific frequencies from that huge field. The thoughts you're having right now are simply the stations you happen to be tuned into.
So how does this tuning actually work? Well, it's basically a two-step process. First comes resonance. Your mind naturally, automatically aligns with frequencies that match your current state. Your beliefs, your emotions, they act like presets on your car radio. Then comes differentiation. This is where your mind deciphers that signal, turning a raw frequency into a coherent thought or feeling. It's this constant, ongoing process of tuning in and making sense of the broadcast.
But as we all know, radios don't always come in perfectly clear, do they? So what happens when our inner radio gets jammed up? What's causing all that mental and emotional static we feel?
I mean, we can all relate to this, right? That feeling of mental fog, or being completely trapped in a loop of negative thoughts, playing the same sad song over and over. In this energetic view, that's not just some psychological quirk, it's a literal signal disruption. Your inner tuner is having some serious problems. And there are 2 main ways this signal disruption tends to happen. First, you've got rigidity. This is when you're just stuck on one distorted station. You're energetically entrenched in a low-frequency pattern. In life, this shows up as inflexibility or dogmatism. Then there's fragmentation. This is the total opposite. It's when your signal is jumping all over the place, creating nothing but static. This is frequency incoherence, and it feels like constant confusion and endless rumination. This messy state is called energetic dissonance, and it's a literal clash of frequencies inside you. It's that feeling you get when you hold 2 contradictory beliefs at the same time. Like when one part of you knows you should go to the gym, but another, more powerful part just wants to binge watch that new show. That internal tug of war? That's vibrational conflict. It's a feeling of being completely out of tune with yourself.
So, if dissonance is the problem, what's the solution? How do we find that crystal clear signal again? In this final section, we're going to explore exactly how to achieve a state of inner coherence.
Now, the goal here isn't to silence your mind or to just turn the radio off. Not at all. The goal is coherence. It's all about getting your inner dimensions, your thoughts, your emotions, your memories, to vibrate in harmony together, to create a beautiful inner chord instead of just a jumble of painful noise.
And when you achieve this perfect harmony, you can reach a state called gnosis. Think of it as the ultimate clear signal. In this state of incredible clarity, your thoughts actually become like a transparent lens, allowing you to experience consciousness directly, without any distortion. It's a deep, direct knowing that goes way beyond mere concepts.
And this isn't just some abstract idea. Living in a state of coherence has real, tangible benefits. You get energetic clarity. You find a deep sense of balance, even when life is chaotic. You start responding to things with creativity and spontaneity. You can feel true empathy for others without getting completely drained by it, because you're rooted in an awareness that's bigger than just your individual self.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I'm just going to leave you with one final question to ponder. Take a moment right now and just check in with yourself. What frequency are you tuned into? Is your signal clear and coherent? Or is there a little, or maybe a lot, of static? Simply asking yourself that question, that's the very first step toward finding a clearer signal.